EOS, or the Entrepreneur Operating System, tells us how we can diagnose performance using 3 steps. Does the person get it? Do they want it? And do they have the capacity to do it? Now, this is a conversation I was having with one of my leadership team yesterday when it comes to hiring, but also performance management and ongoing discussions that we have with people. Because sometimes we try to coach, we try to offer more training, but the person actually doesn't want it, or they genuinely don't have the capacity in some way to do it, whether it's emotionally, intellectually, energetically, or otherwise. And this got me thinking about how these actually map to my 3 core outcomes. So first of all, do they get it? Clarity is so important. I know this is really obvious. One of my core outcomes is unstoppable focus. And I say that clarity is obvious, but yet every single day I read articles, I read research on projects where the clarity just hasn't been there. So leadership projects where there is this false alignment. I spoke about this previously on the podcast, where everybody leaves the meeting, they think they're aligned, but they all have different interpretations of what the actual summit is. Or, of course, the AI increased output and actually extra time taken to complete projects where there's all this busy work being done, but there's no clarity on the work that is actually going to be most meaningful. So, does the person get it? Do they have the capacity to understand what good looks like? Then the second piece, do they actually want it? And there's a huge level of this that comes down to momentum. It comes down to taking action. People that don't want it often make excuses. They play below the line. It's everyone else's fault. They, sit in the meeting and don't take notes, or they don't take the time to go and learn or to research or to put themselves out there. They might want a job, but they might not necessarily want the job that you are offering them. And those are 2 vastly different things. And this really relates back to that ability to create this momentum in our lives. And then, of course, the third piece, do they have the capacity to do it? And that relates to my outcome of actualizing potential. We can hire for potential, but if the person doesn't actually want it and they don't understand what good looks like, then we just have this little unused unicorn in our businesses or in our clinics or whatever we are running. But we do need to have people with a level of potential, right? There is a level of natural grit. There's a level of natural emotional intelligence. There's a level of natural, intellect that is often a prerequisite for some roles. And it's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to teach, to train, and to coach these things. Now, a certain amount of things can be coached. Of course, obviously, I do a lot of coaching and communication and leadership, different skill sets. But 1, it takes a long time. And 2, your person actually does need to be coachable. They need to want to learn and to want to be coached. So if you're struggling over a team member at the moment, I just encourage you to think about those 3 principles. Do they get it? Can they focus on, do they have clarity on the right thing? Do they actually want it? So can they create momentum? And do they have the capacity to do it? Thanks for joining me, and I will see you later for more from Endures. Bye.